I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist, and this is Equal Entertainment. The rise of entertainment mogul Tyler Perry is being chronicled in a new documentary. Maxine's Baby, the Tyler Perry story, takes a closer look at his life before he became the boisterous character Medea. It looks at Perry's traumatic childhood and his path to success in Hollywood. His journey came with many roadblocks. His breakout role was as Medea in The Diary of a Mad Black Woman, a character he'd played on stage for years. Perry also talks about how his mother's death impacted him. You can stream Maxine's Baby, the Tyler Perry story, November 17th on Prime Video. Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown says a psychic helped her embrace her feminism. Brown tells Glamour UK that she visited a psychic and that the psychic told her she was a feminist. The 19-year-old actress uses her platform to advocate for women in several ways. She's founder of a production company that promotes women and girls, and the actress says her upcoming film Damsel is a nod to feminism. Killers of the Flower Moon is set to hit theaters despite the actors' strike. The Los Angeles premiere continued without actors, but the studio instead invited 60 members of the Osage Nation to speak for themselves about their involvement in the film and what they hope audiences will take home. The movie tracks the suspicious murders of members of the Osage Nation, who became some of the richest people in the world after oil was discovered on their land.
After you see this story and after you see the just tragedy we went through, that, you know, we're still here and we're still doing the same stuff we did like 100 years ago. We're very traditional people, and so we like to keep our culture strong.
It was really special to go into the Osage Nation and meet all the Osage people and speak to them individually about their own connection to the story.
It was very important for the Osage Nation to be involved in this film. I don't think that this film would be what it is without that.
It shows how we are resilient, we are still here, and our story is being told, and we made it to LA. We are taking part in history, and we are history.
I have a better understanding of my grandparents now because they were so silent about it, in fear of, retaliation or that sort of thing. So I think it's important that the way Marty handled this, to go into our community the way that he did, that will maybe set the bar moving forward with other filmmakers and storytellers moving into Native communities.
Because Osage obviously knew their history. When people say, oh, nobody heard of it, well, they heard of it, but so many others had not.
We see this microcosm of a love story of love and trust and extraordinary betrayal, and it reflects the macrocosm of something that I think is part of history, that it keeps repeating itself generation after generation. And maybe a picture like this, if I make it entertaining enough and make it special and spectacular, maybe it'll stay with everyone, and maybe it could help with life.
Martin Scorsese doesn't avert his gaze from things that are uncomfortable and stories that might be unseemly, if you may, or characters that are unseemly. And he really looks deep into the souls of these people. Why would someone do what these people were doing? So it's not like, yeah, they're bad people and that's it. No, he explores the deep aspects of it, and that's, I think, what's unique of his cinema.
People need to know is that this is just one story. Every Osage family has a very similar story. So our voices are being heard.
One way to support actors on strike and stories about marginalized people is to go to a film festival. The 28th annual Seattle Queer Film Festival is doing just that. It's running right now with 53 amazing programs, 119 films, and it's representing 32 countries, all with queer visibility. On top of that, the festival is honoring writer and actor Guinevere Turner with the Queer Luminary Award.
I wanted to ask both of you, we are talking a little bit about queer film history with Guinevere being honored. And would you each speak to this moment where politically queer lives, queer histories are being erased by craven legislators, and the value and importance of cinema as an art form to tell our stories. And I'll go to you first, Guinevere.
It's very scary what's happening, the sort of crackdown on just books. Do you know what I mean? Let's just start there. Um, but it does, for me, it just empowers me more to make more work, and also to talk to a younger generation and to an entire new kind of queer landscape, and get it out there, especially what trans and non-binary means, and how that is functioning now, and how that seems to be the thing that's terrifying the right, and how simple it is. It motivates me to find ways to get those stories out there, because I feel like it's becoming this scapegoat, that like an easy target, that's really, it's not as complicated as people seem to be, like the rights anxiety seems to be. So it makes me want to do two things: empower trans and non-binary people to make their own work, and continue to find people to support in that way.
Yeah, thank you. And Kathleen, would you touch on that and the importance of something like the Seattle Queer Film Festival?
Yeah, so our theme this year is Queer Joy is Cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole idea for me around Queer Joy is that it's about resisting, it's about protest, it's about love, it's about so many things, and the intersections of grief, but also power, and what joy, what that can mean. And so festivals play this crucial role in supporting queer voices. And we had over 800 submissions. People are making work, people want to be heard, people want to talk. We need to support our trans and non-binary and queer voices, and at a time where our rights are being scaled back and taken away. And how do we do that? And I think we do that personally through the arts. And that's why, for me, I do what I do, and support queer voices.
I mean, yeah. I remember, I was just thinking back on when Go Fish came out,
mm-hmm.
and how, because it was, a pre-digital age, I got letters from all over the world, like literal letters. I had boxes and boxes of them from predominantly young women who said either this helped me realize I was queer, this helped me come out to my grandmother, this, this was a beacon of light in a dark time. And, the literal, like, physical objects, the rush of like how much representation matters, just to boil it down to the basics, what it was, I was like, wow, it was really hard to make that movie, but wow, you can actually change lives. And that, then I was hooked, and look at me now.
Yeah, you changed culture. And I just want to, Kathleen, I want to give you one opportunity. If there's something else that you want to be sure is said about the Seattle Queer Film Festival, I want to give you that opportunity.
So we run October 12th to the 22nd. We're online from the 22nd to the 29th. Mm-hmm. I want to mention that we have some really stellar documentaries, a film called Hummingbirds. We also have 2 films about Black lesbian writers, Jewel Gomez, Jewel A Just Vision, and then we have Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni project. And I think supporting their voices and their words and their poetry is something, as a festival, that we want to do. And we also have 11 shorts programs.
Yes.
So we're thrilled about that too.
Wonderful. I always want to, if I was a festival programmer, I always want to say to people, I feel like shorts are often underattended at festivals and underappreciated. But I'm like, if you think it sucks, it's going to be over, and there's going to be another one that might be amazing. That's the thing. In an era of short attention spans, a shorts program is the way to go.
Yeah. And you know what we did this year? We did a closing shorts program called Queer Joy is Comedy. So, and we're going to have a comedian beforehand, and then we're going to have a really great shorts program as our closing night.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
We love shorts.
Yeah. Well, and that's often how so many filmmakers really, kind of
get started,
build their art. And then some of them became Guinevere Turners.
You can watch the Advocate channel live by downloading our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. For the Advocate channel, I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist, and thank you for watching.